Good morning again. Sorry about that. Just making sure. Just want a quick 5 minutes on last night's trade. It was so obvious. Just want to make sure that we finish it off because obviously we put it on Twitter and it was quite interesting to see so many people in the room. As we said, it was better than watching EastEnders. I mean, it's all about looking at the bigger picture. What's the market done all day? It's gone up. Unless you were long from the open, which we did call long, but we didn't get in for the second day running. But these things happen, so there's nothing you can do about it. But it's only a case that the market went up, 100 odd pips or 100 pips, it doesn't really matter. And then it gets to 6 o'clock and it's a quiet time of the day. London cash is closed, it's div day, so everyone that wanted to get in the market for the dividend has got in. I learned a lesson this week, about companies buying into the close so they can get their dividends. They've got hold until I think it's tomorrow or end of today or whatever, but it's irrelevant. And it's quite easy then. You look for I know it's always hard. People say you can't pick tops. Well, no, you can't pick tops, but you can trade tops or you can trade into tops, which is why we took a small position at 78, which is this line here. You can see on the 15-minute chart, just for the time of day. You will naturally get a retracement either direction when after a move, because it's just the way markets work. And I don't know why, and I don't really care why, because I don't need to know. But we said we're quite happy for it to go above 80. We were such a small position relative to what we can trade that we were. I actually wanted to see 80. It's quite perversely because it's like, well, you're in. If it goes straight down, you can get out, but you've actually not made as much as if you'd held and added at 80. But so we were in here and we added here again, and then you've got the decision to make. Let me just go into a smaller time scale. I don't know, Tim, to be honest. I just know that if companies buying into it, obviously it depends which companies are going next dividend as well. There's different weightings and stuff like that. That's why you get different spreads. I think yesterday was 9.1, so if you get the big boys on dividend, then probably does. But as you say, Mark's answered that one. It's not my area. So Mark taught me something this week. So trick in this game is you can never stop learning. I'm obviously more than happy to learn, so I appreciate when people take the time. Let me just try and get this chart set up. It's difficult because I'm on multiple monitors. But you see, the market didn't want to go any higher. It naturally came to a stop, and again we bought in here again in this pip here because we got a sense that it wasn't going to pop above 80. By the way, if anyone's got any questions, just stick them in about last night's trade. Just stick them in the chat. I just want to do this and be off for the open. Sorry, so. Yeah, I don't purport to understand it. I just knew that the market more than likely had stalled, but I was aware that it could easily pop up to 90 or 00. So I mean, if we'd been at 00, I might have been up all night, like we were last time. But yeah, I don't really care, Justin, to be honest. But thanks. As long as it's recording, it's fine. But yeah, I've had all sorts of problems with Camtasia that if it works, I'm happy. But anyway, so then you have to make the decision: do you hold overnight or do you get out? So we bailed just before the close, but we're quite happy. We stuck to our rules. We would have made a bit more. I mean, this sell-off here, you could argue that it was that we got out, but it wasn't because it was a div adjustment, and then obviously, it was nearly 10 pips last night. But you get charged that anyway. So as Mark was saying yesterday, there was no free. There's no free money when spread betting companies aren't daft. So, and that was it. Simple as that, really. It turned out to be an anticlimax, but we've made a couple £100, and that's not bad for 2 hours work. Well, I don't even call it work really, but just goes to show that you can miss all day, but you can still trade when the market shows its hand. And just as an aside, and I'm going to come back on in a minute, but obviously I'm going to this is recorded, so I'm going to put this up on the website. Just look for shorts today. Pullbacks, go short. Don't go long. I wouldn't. go long on anything today. Ideally you want to see a pullback, but we might not get it, so you might want to hedge and go short on the open. Okay, well that's it. Thanks very much for listening. I'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks. Cheers.